Is this recording?
Everything's recording, bro. Everything's recording. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
What's up? All right, host, take us in.
What's going on?
Not much, bro. We're
still
we're
Mexican?
live. Nah, bro.
Are you Latinx now?
I decided I'm Eastern European.
Eastern
I just
European?
got a tan.
That's cultural appropriation, dude. I might be Eastern European. Look at my nose.
Yeah, exactly. Big ass fat nose.
Where are you from, dude? Netherlands?
I think we should introduce.
Switzerland? You
Nah,
from
he's
Florida?
he's from Scandinavia, bro.
Nah, you're from Florida. You're just not from the world. That's Area 51, high key.
Florida?
Pretty much, bro. There's a lot of wild
Florida
shit
is
that
like
happens.
Australia
Tell me
of
about Florida.
America, bro.
It really is. It legit is.
Florida's very interesting because the worst of the worst kind of locate to Florida and retired old people.
I wouldn't say the worst of the worst. I would honestly say like the worst of the worst people I've met live in like the middle of fucking nowhere. Like you just walk into some random ass town in like backwoods Kentucky, you just fucking get cussed out for no reason. Like,
Whoa.
them are
Damn.
the worst. Them are the worst.
I haven't gone to that deep in Kentucky, but I'm sure they're
For
out
a
there.
reason.
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
How deep does Kentucky? I've only been living there for like 4 years, so I've only been
Bro,
like.
there's a different time zone in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know Kentucky that much. You guys know the history.
Not really. I don't.
All I know is that the reason like the Kentucky blue shit is a thing is because apparently there was an extremely inbred family that lived in the mountains in Kentucky.
The blue family.
Yeah, I've heard about this too.
Oh, dude, it's getting deep, dude.
That's why this is Big Blue Nation.
I've been down so much YouTube rabbit holes about information like this.
Mm-hmm.
So the blue family, the disease that they had was like a blood condition, like a skin/blood condition where the oxygen in their blood would make it look like.
They're just inbreeding.
But yeah, and then they were inbreeding and passed it on to their children.
Have you seen the story about the most inbred family in America?
Yeah, I think that's the
No. It's not
Oh,
that.
no,
It's not
no.
them, bro. Yes.
The ones who bark.
Yes.
I seen that
Yes.
shit,
That is
yeah.
some wild shit,
Yeah, that
bro.
was crazy.
That's some wild. Apparently, the locals protect them too. Like they don't like people going over there and making fun of them.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, let them die in peace.
Bro.
You know.
Like,
Yeah.
No more
Hitler was
TikToks.
completely wrong.
You seen that TikToker who went to the most racist neighborhood?
Oh yeah.
And the guy was like,
Yep.
me and this rock, which one is worth more? He's like, my life or this rock? He's like,
The Rock.
the rock. The rock has a purpose.
I don't like when people are racist. There's no genuine base behind racism. That's the crazy part. A lot of people just have hate for no reason when it comes to racism.
Sure.
It's like you talk to people, it's like, well, why do you not like black people? And it's just like, just cause.
Yeah.
It's literally just cause.
Yeah. There's no like no one. I don't think there's been anybody out there who's been to explain their racism.
And if they can't explain it, it's always some stupid shit like someone fucked my wife.
It's
like,
kind of the
like, I don't care.
Which makes sense.
I mean, if all right, I mean, he's got a point. So if a black guy like fucked your wife, and she always fantasizes about that one black guy that fucked you, just like Adam 22,
yeah.
like you might hate black people after that.
Sure.
No. I mean, honestly, because if it was a white person that fucked your wife, would you then hate white people?
You would hate that one.
Look. Yeah, exactly. So why that one black person got to equivalent to the whole race?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
Think about it like
But
this.
all Mexicans
Think about
kind of
it
like
this.
stand for each other too. Like,
Look. You're a little kid, right? And a man who has orange hair beats you up, right? You're just walking down the street, and a man with orange hair beats you up. And then once a year, he comes and beats you up. And when you grow up and you move out of the neighborhood, when you see like gingers with orange hair, you're like, yo, I don't want no trouble, dog.
Not at all.
You know, but that's the thing. Humans carry that naturally.
Hold on. Yes, it would be.
I would want to beat that one ginger's ass.
Yeah, but you'd have like
But hold on.
you'd have like a psychological fear of
Exactly.
gingers.
Yeah.
Automatically when you
even
when
if
you
you
see
didn't
them, you
know
assume.
it, even if you would still like you beat up that one dude. Eventually, once you go out in the real world and you see somebody with what is it, red hair?
Yeah, ginger.
That's a ginger. You're gonna be a little bit more nervous around that person.
I don't think that's true
The Irish.
because in my life the biggest bullies have been white people, I don't just.
You're doing it too.
I don't hate white people.
No. Okay, no.
You think white people hate you?
I'm not saying that you hate.
I think white people love us.
Stupid on edge. Yeah, of course they
White
definitely
people love us.
They,
White people need us.
right.
Right.
Apparently,
Have
there's
you
this
ever
thing.
have you ever been
My
to an
bad.
all-white country? It is the most. It's the most cringiest, boring thing ever. When there is no like brown people, the scene is not cool. It's only cool in America because everybody here is mixed.
You mean like Alaska?
If you go to Australia, it's not like everybody there's lame. I promise. There's no,
Australia has brown people, bro.
yeah, but they don't
And black
accept them
people.
like we do. They don't let them become part of the culture. We let black people create our culture.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know about that.
well, we
have to
kind
make our
of
own
get
culture.
influenced. Yeah. We get
You guys,
influenced by
you guys
their
have watched
culture.
Medea. You guys haven't watched
Like
him.
you have your own culture, and then for some reason, like your culture is so contagious, it goes into all the races. Like you see white people.
No, but black
acting-
culture is
acting a certain way.
Because black culture is pop, like people like it because it's cool looking. But
It is.
in all honesty, it's just like chill shit, and it's crazy because the same shit that everyone idolizes now, like black people would get made fun of, talked about, and all that other shit just because they hang in with their friends and want to talk how they want to talk around their friends. It's crazy because like you can find a white person who speaks hella country.
sure.
And they're just country. It's not an issue. If you find a black person who may have a little bit of ghetto slang, it's automatically we write them off as ghetto. It's really fucking weird. It's also really weird how people associate like intelligence with specific colors. That makes no sense at all either. Like that's a really weird thing. to
That's
me.
someone that's not like
That's what an IQ
educated.
test is. An IQ test is like how many rope, like what type of rope do you need for your boat? Like that's like one of the questions. Like who the fuck would know that other than rich, presumably white people who have boats? Like, like it's like we set up in weird questions where it's like you have to kind of be wealthy to know stuff. Like how many boats does a boatyard? How many boats can a boatyard carry?
It's just random ass knowledge.
Random ass knowledge that only be known if you were a predominantly white,
But I don't
rich.
even think that's like an IQ-ish question.
That's definitely not an IQ question.
yeah. Like,
There are IQ questions out there. When it first came
I'm
out,
guessing there's like tests that are like that, and they may have some certain questions like that, but
that's
that's
just
not
it's just random.
IQ would be more like pattern recognition.
Yeah, it's like imagine an IQ test. They'd be like, how many seats does a 04 Ford Explorer have? Like that's just fucking random.
Bro, I just got out of
How fast is
Africa.
a-
I don't know.
the Dodge Charger.
It's just random as hell. Like, I'd be mad as hell. If that
How
was my
fast does a
IQ.
pickup truck go?
160 sometimes.
Hell yeah, dude. When the cops aren't watching,
And the cops
we
aren't
go
watching.
faster.
Bro, pickup truck drivers are some of the worst drivers in the fucking world.
Are
They're all fucking aggressive. They all speed unnecessarily. They all try to cut you off because they think they're big truckers.
Yeah, they have to be there. Have a big truck. Come on, man. They're
It is always funny because it's the small trucks that always do the most. Like the fucking Tacomas and shit.
Yeah.
Like, we try to cut you off and shit, bro. The fucking 05 Chevy. So,
The ones
The
with
gas
like lift
guzzlers.
kits too.
huh?
The ones with lift kits too. Usually,
Touch.
yeah. Those guys are compensating for something, bro.
See, it's so weird because I feel like people think peacocking is a way of
It's a real
compensating thing.
It's a real thing.
But like I feel like peacocking isn't like it's kind of necessary because
It is necessary.
but like I do understand when they say you peacock to compensate, but like
it's a natural thing.
it's a natural thing. Yeah, like
Yeah.
if I have this and I'm proud of it, I'm gonna show it. Like
Sure.
it is what it is. Doesn't mean I'm compensating because I had the money or saved up and want to go get this and now you see it. Like I think that's what a lot of people get mad about. Women especially. They get-
Women peacock with their bodies all the time.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men do it with whatever the stuff
My
that they have.
boner, dude. I've been walking around.
But it
LA
just
Fitness.
depends. It's like it's a cultural thing too. Like you see certain like for example for Mexicans the whole stereotype is they like Chevy pickup trucks or GMC pickup trucks.
But great, reliable
low-
cars.
I mean, yeah, but I get it in my sense because I like those fucking trucks. I don't think I like it because of my race though.
Sure.
I think I like it because I like it. But
Sure.
it could be because of theirs. I don't
Not
fucking
all
know.
Muslims are terrorists, but all terrorists are Muslim.
I didn't say that. The Muslim said that.
I am Islam. I am identify as Islam.
I identify as a transgender, gender neutral, non-binary person. I've decided that today. So if you guys don't call me by
I respect you.
my
I respect you.
you're a bigot if you don't call me by my preferred pronouns.
So I have my thing about that is that whole situation is okay. So you want to force us to say you're this, but then
It's anti-First Amendment.
yeah, it's like you want us to call you this, and we're forced to call you this, and that's not fair. But you're literally hindering our speech in what is in all accounts known as normal, because you feel some type of way. Because that makes no sense to me. Like, just because you want me to call you a woman doesn't mean you are.
And we're
Like,
expected, even if you're acquaintances. Like,
Yeah,
I
like,
get it
I'm
if
not
it's like your close friend. Hey, call me this.
Like, right,
Like-
you don't agree with the fact that I think you're a man. I don't have to agree with the fact that you think you're a woman.
Mhm.
I could just
Exactly,
say,
exactly.
Well, look, it's just like anything in life. It's out of respect. If someone's like, please call me a woman, I'd be like, okay, cool. If I work with you, especially, you know.
Yeah, like
If someone you're in
again,
school
if
with,
you're if someone
uh,
that you live with, but if it's someone that just off the street and they call you like
well,
her, or
the
something
problem
like that.
starts when you start to assume. If you don't know the person, you have to assume that's how things
Exactly.
work. And
I'm
then
with you.
and then sometimes you get into where I'm a man today, I'm a woman, I'm a he, I'm a they. I'm like, you got to pick one. You can't flip flop.
Yeah, you can't
You
flip
know?
flop on that shit.
No,
You know? The government's
like-
coming after you. They have to know.
See, that's another thing.
Where to take
because the LGBT community kind of made DID seem like it was a LGBTQ thing, and DID itself is kind of a almost made up disorder.
Now-
There's a lot
Explain
Now,
what you
I know
explain.
what DID
yeah,
is, but
explain
he
what you
doesn't,
mean
and
by
they might not.
DID.
So explain to them. I know that.
dissociative identity disorder. And so what it is pretty much is you have multiple identities that exist within
Mhm.
your mind.
Whoa.
But that entire study was made up low key. Like literally the therapist and the patient both admitted they made that shit up.
Really?
Published a book, and a whole bunch of people was like, "Oh, I have this, I have that." It caused mass hysteria.
Yeah.
And
But you
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
see it.
It's just like it's just like
you
but
at the
being
same
gay.
time, we only see shit like that in America, which is crazy.
this is very true. But
Like-
all right, so if
It's
we're
the
gonna get
testing
on,
ground.
no, it's not that.
It's the
I think
drugs.
I think it's partially the drugs and
Think it's the
partially like the
microplastics?
the micro. Yeah, I
Plastics,
think
the horrible food,
yes.
the poor education.
Everything Ulysses
100%.
loves.
Everything. No, not everything.
He doesn't like to be manly, dude. He only trains once a week in jujitsu.
But I am in the gym at least 3 times a week.
That's a
Working out.
personal thing. Being in the gym, you have to go. That's not a negotiable thing. But when it comes to
Jiu-jitsu, I haven't
comes to
been active, but I
jiu-jitsu,
also have been injured
your
too.
martial arts training,
I
you know, Miyoto Musashi.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
familiar.
Yeah, dude.
I've read the Book of Five Rings.
I haven't.
It's a really good book.
I haven't
by the way.
read since 5th grade. Keep going.
But what were you just talking about before we
The gays.
The gay. Clip that shit. Clip that shit. That's so funny. It only happens in America because we live in such a privileged society when we don't really have these problems like war
So we
and shit
make
like that. So we make them in our fucking heads.
Yeah.
Swear to God, we do.
Yeah,
It's-
when you don't have real things like you think in Ukraine and Russia, they're arguing about transgender. No,
Absolutely not.
They're dying in the battlefield on Twitter or sorry X.
Yeah.
There's videos of
That shit
Russian.
is called X now. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I saw this dude that lined up all the different apps on his phone to say gay, and then it had Twitter at the end with the actually like coming soon.
But X is like Twitter in general. That whole app is crazy. There is nothing you cannot find on Twitter at all.
Yeah.
I'm not I just got Twitter. I have not like gone deep in doing anything.
Go ahead, shout out your Twitter.
Huh?
Shout out your Twitter.
Oh, I think it's Ulysses Kaizen, just like it is on Instagram.
Oh, please say your name, guys. I forgot. Go ahead and
introduce yourself. 10 minutes
halfway.
into the podcast.
Yeah, 10 minutes in.
Way more than 10 minutes. Dude,
It's been
we're 15 minutes in.
I was off by 5. All right.
That's Ulysses.
Ulysses
not S.
Kaizen
Grant.
on Instagram.
Don't get it mistaken.
I am Sauce God Hampton.
That's what he refers. That's his stage name.
That's what you call me. That's what all my social media is. Everybody in the city will know me as Sauce Scott Hampton if you know me.
Hell yeah, dude. My name is Yasser BJJ. That's all about. That's it. That's who I am. Back to the conversation.
Okay.
This video is sponsored by
Fight Factory.
Who we sponsored by today?
Right
dude?
now we're sponsored by Fight Factory. Not really.
We're sponsored by Pollution.
Hey, yeah. Shout out
For any
to
of
Finishing Touch LLC.
Organizational needs, hit us up.
Fuck yeah.
Please,
Fuck
yeah. Oh yeah,
Shameless plug.
yeah.
By the way.
You have a website. You have a
Honestly, bro,
contact.
you can just look us up online or using the Thumbtack app if you are in Louisville.
Correct. If you're in Louisville area.
They say you need a website to have a like a business. It's honestly, it just depends on the type of business. You really don't.
Eventually, you're gonna have
Nowadays-
to get one. Though.
It just depends on the business. Like nowadays, it's really not necessary.
What are you
to have
talking
one.
about? Everything's on the internet.
Yeah, but like if you have an app or a page already there,
Mhm.
you still have a way to get customers. You only really need like Google or something like that if you want to overly expand to that size. Like if you want to be like a Stanley Steamer type shit, like
Mhm.
then you need Google. But if you just want to be a small local business, you don't really need it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always necessary. It does help. Don't get me wrong. It
Google
does help.
ads are I've been told they help.
Yeah, they do
Leading
help.
traffic to your website. That's
Yeah.
a big thing.
If you have a website, Google is definitely recommended. But if you don't have a website, you can still definitely make a
I'm gonna end up making a website for Ulysses' cousin.
We can
Post
put
all
on
the dumb shit.
it. Dude. You can put ideas. You should put like your ideas on it.
Yeah, I'll put ideas,
Yeah.
shit, poems,
Sell your
and shit like
ideas.
that. I don't know about
Sell-
selling the ideas.
I'm gonna do something with NFTs in the future when everybody forgets about NFTs. I'm gonna do something with them. I'm gonna do a scam or something. So be prepared for the
Crypto
next
zoo.
5 years to get scammed.
Crypto has been pretty crazy lately. People have been talking about
I have
it.
not looked into crypto at all.
That's when you want to buy into it. See, that's what everybody was waiting for. They was waiting for everybody to put their money in, stabilize the market, all the hype go up, everybody go broke, and then the rich motherfuckers make all the money
Keep
because they
buying.
kept the money in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
they kept. That's the best time to get paid.
All right. What's the
I've-
news? What's the news on
Dude, I've
crypto?
lost a lot of money on crypto.
I didn't lose. I made money
close
on
to,
crypto.
I've lost
Why
close to
not?
1,000, and
I made
1,000 at like
1,500.
1,500 is not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
made
mean-
1,500.
But losing 1,000. I lost it when I was 18, so it was like last year. That's like I filed for bankruptcy. That was it. It was over for me.
First,
I
time
had to start from
tried-
zero.
You know who you remind me of now? You just made that joke. You remind me of Seinfeld.
Do I?
Yeah, a little bit. With the
Oh,
nose.
dude. Hell yeah.
Not with the nose.
What's the deal with airplane peanuts?
Oh god, that's
You got that
some
joke?
horrible jokes that they used to say because that's all their life was, just like living on an airplane.
Dude.
Seinfeld was a funny show though. I
Yeah.
would say that it was a funny show.
I mean, have you watched it recently? Because a lot of shows are funny until you watch them recently. Then it's like,
Watch them like
It's pretty funny. It's still a funny show.
I still need to
what's
watch.
what's your favorite? What's your favorite show?
I don't watch a lot of.
I don't watch it
TV.
on TV either.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
What was your favorite show? Let me rephrase that.
I've honestly, bro, like probably some anime or some shit.
Trying to say
'Cause-
One Piece, right?
Yeah, like, cause like I really don't watch TV. Like,
Right.
like I really, especially now, like I really just been, like since I started college, honestly, like I haven't really been focused on TV because I was always been too busy with other shit. Cause when I was in high school, I was a super competitive athlete, so I was always just working on athletic shit.
Mm-hmm.
After I got out of high school, I was immediately in a managerial position and still trying to be a semi-pro athlete. So I didn't really have time to watch too much TV.
Sure.
Then after that, I got into more time-consuming jobs like car sales.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was still like trying to work out and do entrepreneurship on the side, so I didn't really watch too much TV. And then now I'm just a full-time entrepreneur. So whenever I have free time, I'm just cooling and like trying to learn more about business, expand my business, find new avenues to make money, or just like study on like what's going on around the world. I don't really like watch too many shows and
Mhm.
shit. I feel like it's a waste
No,
of time.
you're on your own shit. That's
Yeah.
that's what it,
Yeah.
that's how it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. I like Adventure Time.
Adventure.
Adventure Time is a good show.
That was a long one.
That's a long one, bro.
I love it though. Ulysses, give it to me, bro.
For me,
You be having,
favorite.
what you be doing on your free time?
Favorite. I don't watch TV
Because I know you don't be entrepreneuring like him.
No,
You don't even
no,
got a
I'm not-
speech for this shit,
I'm not
bro.
I'm not doing it like him. Right now I've just been working, and whenever I get time, just on the computer, working.
Would you showed me the
Yeah, the real world thing.
dude? Explain to the people what that is.
Well, it's
And then you could. I'll drop your link. I'll drop the link for the referral.
We'll I mean, we
We
can.
can Andrew Tate this bitch out.
Yeah, I guess I'm part of the real world. I'm in it, but not as
Look
much
into
as
the
I
camera.
want to
Be
be.
confident when you say it. Andrew Tate is watching. The Lord is
the
watching.
Lord?
Nah, G.
What is the real world?
The real world is the organization that he made. This is not like the full one. So
He's Andrew?
He has two.
Andrew Tate.
Yeah, he has one that's the real world where you're learning a whole bunch of things online.
What is it?
Mom,
You're good.
yeah, you just got to get that.
No problem.
We'll be back after this short message.
Let's say racist stuff.
We'll say anti-Semitic stuff. We'll really get canceled here. You asked for favorite shows. My favorite show, I don't know. It'd probably be some type of anime too. But that's probably the last show that I watched. Hunter x Hunter was a really good one.
Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter. That's a really, really good show. Also Naruto for the fans watching.
Naruto.
For
Naruto
the
Uzumaki.
weeaboos out there. Naruto is hell of a show. I even have it on my laptop. Him on there. What else? Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is a good show, but I haven't watched a lot of TV lately, so I don't know what the hell's going on.
You know what TV show really introduced me to the real world?
What's that?
My Name is Earl.
My name is. That was a funny show.
Dude, it was a great show.
He's over there making a dance. He's over there doing the was it Minecraft? Not Minecraft.
Mein Kampf?
No. What was that? That video game that everybody played? Fortnite dance right there.
Real world celebration dance.
Real world celebration.
Yeah, that's my audition tape. Andrew.
It's your audition tape.
What's his name? Champagne Poppy? Say your handle again.
It's just South Guy at Hampton.
Yes, sir. What was I saying? Oh, my favorite show, the show that introduced me to the real world was My Name is Earl. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's a bit of an old show, but I mean, you just learn words like immigrant and racism and extortion and abortion, and then you're like, what do these words mean? And you have like a visual explanation of what they mean, hooker and all that. And I'm like, so this is what Middle America is. And it turns out this is what a Middle America was. You know, I came to Middle America and I found out that's what it was.
I don't know if that's Middle America.
No, that was Middle America.
That's definitely was not Middle America.
They were in
That's
the- they
like
were in- they were- they were in the
white
desert.
No, bro.
They were in
That's
the
that's
desert.
white
Yeah,
trash.
that's not Middle America.
That's
not
like
middle class at all.
that's
not
absolutely
middle
that's
class.
trailer
That's
park.
what
G.
it sounded like you were saying.
Oh, I don't know. I was saying like people who live in the middle of America, like Texas, middle of America.
That's not the
That's
middle.
not
That's
the
the
middle.
bottom.
middle bottom.
I feel like he's trying to he's trying to keep his point, but it's not. It's not even close to the middle, dude. Yeah, bro.
I don't really think the Earth is round. Don't get directional with me.
It's a
dude.
dome.
It's an egg.
It's an egg. It more likely probably is like an egg shape though.
Is it?
I would say so.
Well, probably considering it's on its axis and is like the water is being pulled depending on the ocean's side, so it probably does look more oval shaped because water is malleable. So probably.
I think it's flat, and not because I know it's flat. It's because I know It's because I don't know that it's round.
Have you seen?
I've never seen it.
Have you seen the flat earthers that proved that the Earth was not flat?
Is a hoax. It's not real.
That's not real, bro.
The only reason why the Earth can't be flat is because of the way the laws of gravity and everything like that work.
But that's the thing. We don't know what gravity is. If you ask, it's the theory of gravity. When you ask any
It's
scientist,
the law of gravity.
I promise you, it's a theory.
So
Ulysses, hit him up, Jamie.
I believe it is a theory, but if I remember it correctly,
so we all know of the force that pulls us to
correct.
Mm-hmm.
that force is called gravity.
Sure, we know that there is a force, but we don't know what that force is and how it works. We just know that it does work, which is the scary thing. It's like,
But I mean, we kind of actually do have a little bit of an explanation as to why how gravity. It does have a lot to do with mass. So yeah, that's pretty much the big mass. It's pretty much.
I mean, look, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Same here.
like all mass has a gravitational
We're not.
pull. Like you have a gravitational.
I got caught.
pull.
Shit.
What's that? I said like you both have a gravitational pull as well.
Very
Yeah, bro.
small.
Yeah, it's just small compared to
What is it called? Like a dead, like a dead star, like a dead dwarf.
neutron star.
Yeah, like a cold star.
Or no, not neutron star. Is it a neutron star?
No, it's not. I think it's a dwarf.
Dwarf star. Yeah, basically.
Well, I mean, there's multiple names for a dead
Let me
star,
see.
'cause dead
But
stars
like
do two
the
different
thing about
things.
them is like a spoonful would be worth the same as like 100 tons because they're so dense. Just
Yeah.
like a spoonful of
the
whatever.
star, I
It's
think,
a
is
neutron
way
star.
more.
Neutron star. Yeah.
It's a neutron star.
Because there's a few different types of dead stars. Because stars, it just depends on if it's a, basically if it's a big star or a small star and what fuel it's burning. And it just depends on if it's going to turn into like a red dwarf or spit out a bunch of shit into a quasar or turn into a regular neutron star type shit.
Okay.
Science, bitch.
All right. We're getting into deep levels here. You're a bit of a nerd. I'm a bit of a nerd. Are you familiar with the Type 2 civilizations?
Yes.
Okay. Isn't that so fascinating that we have like this energy source, which is the sun, which is almost an unlimited energy source.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning if we find a way to harness the power of the sun, which we already kind of know how to do, but get it to where like we can harness 99.9% of the power of the sun,
Mm-hmm.
we'll be an intergalactic race within the next 1,000 years, guaranteed.
Well, I think
Which just launches us to Type 2 civilization.
That's if we don't blow each other up
Sure.
before then.
I think they said the ultimate thing is we have to figure out how to draw energy itself from the universe and not like from a different source, because eventually, like, millions of years later, civilization is going to have to deal with the fact that the sun is going to go out.
Well, yeah, it's gonna kill us all.
So
Sure.
I think they said like drawing energy from the universe itself is like what like really solidifies a race's like existence no matter what.
How to have like renewable energy that's like
Just
I
out.
don't know.
Yeah, just out and about. Like you can just draw energy from the fucking air pretty
But
much.
Einstein and Newton say you can't do that. And,
Yeah, you.
and most I know.
It's one of
There
those,
is
yeah.
but Nikola Tesla had a theory that you could power.
Free electricity.
You can have free electricity
Yeah,
by
from the
like
air.
and nothing would be cabled. Like everything would be through the air.
Mhm.
I
Basically airdrop.
think
It works the
Kind-
same
yeah.
way lightning works when you have enough air pressure and air friction to cause lightning.
Mm-hmm.
It can be the same thing, but we have to figure out how to necessarily generate that, like just randomly. We actually made some pretty big.
Well, it's not that we haven't figured it out. I think that there's people that figured it out. We just are shelving it. There's a lot of like technology that's out.
A lot of like
know.
energy technology is hidden because we won't need fossil fuels, and gas companies will go like.
Yeah.
You know about the guy who created the car that you can power with water?
Yeah,
And
he got killed.
He died. He had a heart attack in a restaurant, and his last words were, "They got me. They
They
poisoned,
poisoned me. Yeah.
Crazy.
I truthfully think the reason why we still rely on fossil fuels is because the military needs a reason to go to war so that they can continue to receive as much money as they do.
You're not wrong.
I
You're definitely
I would
not wrong.
agree, but it's also like the petrol companies have, even if there is technology out there that can give free energy, why would you want to do that when you're making a whole bunch of money from petrol?
Exactly. You think the military ain't getting a lot of that?
Yeah.
It's a battle for resources.
Mhm.
It always is. It always was.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So-
like if we don't have a reason to go and fight and keep giving them a ridiculous amount of money, then we won't want to give them a ridiculous amount of money as citizens, because most wars are fought over resources.
Have you all like had experiences like right now where things are shifting in our current reality?
Like, what do you mean?
That's been
Like,
happening
there's
to a lot of people throughout the years. But yeah, I know what you
yes, but like apparently right now, just because of the area of life that we're in right now, we're in the area of AI and everything like that. There's so much advancements in technology. There's supposed to be advancement spiritually too.
Mm-hmm.
Then so we can move into the type of earth that could function like that, function without needing governments, without having so much greed.
Mm-hmm. Which is you're talking about the internet
And
That's-
opioids, both.
Internet and opioids.
I don't get the opioids one.
Because so 90% of opioids, I think it's in between 85 and 95, or somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
Of percent of opioids consumed in the world are consumed in the U.S.
Damn.
Yeah.
Where are they harvested
Damn.
from? The Middle East.
Middle East.
And,
They transfer it from Mexico
Yeah, dude.
through
Like,
Mexico.
most doctors, like a large percentage of doctors' job is quite literally just saying no to people who want Percocets. And like old men be like, oh, I'm allergic to Tylenol. The only thing that'll work is Percocets. And they be like, bro, come the fuck on.
Hit me with that perky.
And like, but majority of doctors' calls too, like, well, not majority, but a large portion of doctors' calls are about people getting things stuck in their butt.
Whoa.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I'm good on getting those phone calls, bro.
Yeah, they like a lot of people put stuff in their butt and they don't read instructions. Like,
You guys were young when the internet hit, right? You guys see
No.
that video?
well,
of
yeah,
the
I remember
glass,
AOL.
It was
the glass
around.
jar.
Nah, like we had AOL and shit.
I
You
never
don't
used. I
remember
never
that?
used AOL. You
That
gotta
was
think about
early internet.
My family didn't really. I mean, they're not technologically advanced at all. So
Oh, well, yeah.
go ahead. You were saying?
I don't want to. I was just saying, there's a video of a girl sticking a glass jar up her bum
Oh god.
and it breaking.
Oh
and
god.
She bleeds it.
She dies.
I don't think so.
God. That's why. Why?
I mean, it was
would
the
you
early
do
days
that,
of the internet.
bro?
It was like,
Imagine that
It's like the-
hemorrhoid.
huh?
Imagine that hemorrhoid.
Oh.
Bro, imagine the next shit that she has to take, bro.
You imagine you're at the doctor.
God.
Like, what'd you do again? Well,
What is it this time?
I was trying. She was trying to become the first
It
influencer.
just comes in, doctor, I'm bleeding down there, but it's not what you think.
I remember that was posted in like
It's not that type of
2009. I was like one of the first viral, dark videos.
You ever see, have you ever seen the viral ones in the early 2000s, like the mid 2000s, like the 2 girls in 1 cup thing?
Yes, it's fucking traumatizing.
I've never seen that
It's
one.
fucking disgusting.
Never seen it.
I've never seen it, but
It's
again,
fucking
I've
disgusting.
heard of
yeah, you've heard
It's
the rumor.
fucking disgusting. I'm so pissed that you just said that shit. It gave me like, it's so fucking
Getting
nasty,
flashbacks.
bro.
Giving
Like,
grade school flashbacks.
now, like, have you ever seen the movie The Human Centipede?
We were just talking about that. I haven't seen it.
Bro, that video and that movie given the same energy, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's
Ew.
it's fucking disgusting.
Bro.
Cookie munchers.
I don't even have to see it. I'm
Bro,
actually
it's-
happy that I haven't gotten
It's
to
so
see
much worse than you could ever think it is. Like I never thought it like cuz I wasn't trying to watch it. And, like it was one of those things where because the dark web and the internet was such a thing, you could send a link out and you could just click it and it just happened to fucking be that video.
Whoa.
And so
It's like that guy with the sitting on the chair with the largest dong. Someone would be like, click this link to
it just
redeem.
pops up.
Yeah, there's the pop
Yeah.
up. Yo,
It
rest
like-
in peace. That guy's dead.
it. You see a 3 foot fucking, no, not 3 foot, fucking 10 foot.
Yeah, anaconda. He's holding. it.
Yeah. Like it was we was just chilling. Literally like I think I was like fourth grade. And we just came home from school. He's like, "Hey, I just got this email." And I think it said it was from like WWE or some shit cuz we were subscribed to it.
I used to love WWE.
Yeah,
too.
so like he clicked on it and we just mid video, bitches throwing up in each other's buttholes. And shit. Each other's mouth. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
So nasty. So nasty.
I was like, nah, it did some shit to where it locked us out of like clothes.
Oh,
and shit. And I was just
shit.
like, no.
You know, you
You
trying
got
to
chosen
escape.
horse, bro. You got chosen horse.
I was so mad.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Man, well, my computer though. It was my cousin's big brother, so it didn't have shit to do with me. I know he was mad.
Thank God for Apple. Apple came up with that. Your computer's it's gonna be pretty hard to infect it, especially if you're going on.
Yeah,
websites.
built-in virus.
That's.
Yours has a built-in one, right?
I wouldn't trust.
You wouldn't
it.
trust it too much. I mean, you're not
I have my
wanking
phone.
onto it.
I mean, truth be told, I think Apple hasn't made much innovation since the creator passed.
Steve,
Yeah,
rest in peace. He was a real one.
yeah. I think
He was the everything. Yeah.
like since then, Android has, I would say, has surpassed iPhone.
100%.
And iPhone hasn't made very many innovations since then.
Not
Yeah.
a lot, but I've heard. Well, one the operating system for the head like the face one. Theirs is actually one of the most advanced one out there. Like the kind of like the Oculus Rift, but this one is something that they're actually planning on using, so you can answer phone calls and FaceTime and shit with all this, and you can use it in your day-to-day life, like while you're walking around in your house. You have that shit on, and it's like a fucking built-in computer.
Man, they tried the Google glasses. It looked dorky.
It failed. It failed.
Yeah.
They're wanting to try that because I think that's the next phase of us.
Either that or microchips.
Well,
I'm good.
Why
I'm
would
good,
they
G.
microchip? We already have our phones. We take our phones in the shower. It's with us. It has an HD camera on it and
Microchips
a
would
full
make
microphone, surround sound.
Microchips would make it to where the governments have complete and total control over society.
But that has a microchip in it, and you carry that everywhere you go.
Yeah, but that's also something you can dispose.
Sure. Yeah. When it gets to the point like the vaccine, where you can't choose if you get it or not. That's where it starts.
That's
It's the mark of the beast.
That's the issue. Like when we start having kids, when we start having
What
kids,
does Islam say about that?
and they start putting chips in our babies' arms.
I got something to say.
That's gonna be what gets us.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
They can honestly start chipping babies without us knowing.
Yeah.
And there would be no way for us to know.
Well, they
There would be a way, but you'd have to you have to wave it. You'd have to wave.
You couldn't know because if the hospital took your baby and said, all right, we're gonna go run some tests, make sure he's safe, healthy. You sitting in the fucking hospital bed with your wife or whatever.
No,
just chilling.
but I'm saying like if you have a baby nowadays, I think it'd probably be a smart idea to grab one of those like whatever it is that they wave over people's things just to make sure they don't have any metal inside of them. Because if they did that to a kid,
you, the government has a way around that shit. I guarantee you.
Yeah, a lot of the COVID tests, like they weren't real tests. Like they didn't pick up like the government. Like it would be like a COVID test, but it would like as soon as you had a cold. Or
I've
anything,
heard something about this recently, and I don't know if this is true, but if it is, it's fucking scary. I've heard that the COVID test is a way to put something inside your nose that's going to eventually block your pineal gland and make you more of a human robot, basically more easy to influence.
That maybe, but the pineal gland is affected by so many things. It's affected by stress. Stress can kill it. It's a very fragile thing. Like that's why like you have to find true peace to unlock it. If you start feeling stress, that's why you get sick easily when you're stressed. Your body's weak. That's the first thing that goes.
Interesting.
Can't think clearly.
I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, stress kills.
Any of you guys have
stress
ever
does
unlocked
kill.
your pineal gland?
I mean, I don't know. I'll be pretty at peace most of the time though, but I don't know. I'm a pretty peaceful ass person.
You guys have an inner monologue, right?
Yeah.
No.
It's so weird.
That is
No.
weird. Yes.
Like
I have heard of someone else who doesn't
So-
have an inner monologue.
so.
What you think? Pictures?
Whenever I was smoking, whenever I smoke, that's whenever. Whenever I smoke, that's whenever they actually. Oh, what?
I'm just imagining like you just thinking slideshows. Like what the fuck? Like,
It's black. It's just black.
He has the TikTok voice captions.
TikTok voice. What do you mean? I still hear like.
I still see the shadows in my.
What?
I'm sorry.
I don't even know.
Proceed.
I definitely hear voices like if I've listened to something or someone of like an audiobook or something like that, I can hear that audio.
Who's talking?
It depends on who.
so you can't think in your head, I want to get up and go to my car.
Yeah, I can. I'm kind of.
Who's talking?
Yeah, I can.
It's you talking, right?
Yes.
And yeah, that's your
Yeah,
inner monologue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because,
Thank
no.
God.
There's one where you can't think in pictures, like you can't visualize things that well.
Yeah.
Like with me, I struggle with that for some reason.
Really?
Like it doesn't. It's not a vivid picture. It's like a very, very blurry.
Mine's got better with jujitsu, like being able to see myself, because I do almost the same moves every day, and you can close your eyes and know exactly where everything is.
That's a bodily awareness.
Exactly. So you get to that point where you can just imagine different scenarios and shit. Yeah.
Like it gets so you get so good at that shit. Someone can like be touching you, and you can know exactly how their body is positioned. Type shit. Like
Crazy.
Like it gets really good. Like all the top people really kind of have that.
That's the extra sense.
Yeah.
It's like it's weird. It's not like touch. It's vibrational.
The part of that where it like gets a little scary is if you're trying to use it in, let's say, I went to a haunted house a few years ago, and whenever I was in the haunted house, the guys touched me, and my first instinct is to grab underhooks.
Whoa.
And I was like, shit, I had to back myself off because my instinct is to fight back.
No, I feel you.
Like,
because I did some shit like similar to that. Yeah. Because bro tried to like, he ran up and tried to grab me from behind, and then I did an inside switch. So I just went here and came back. A single. He was like, let go.
I love that. I love that, but it's like it's dangerous for some people. Like, I'm guessing it's for like
minimum
striking
wage
too.
workers getting fucking taken down on concrete, dude, with a Halloween costume.
What if you're a boxer, a kickboxer, and someone like throws or not throws something at you or feints something at you just to like see if you react, and you just like pull counter.
But that's the thing. I think about that all the time. And if you like fight, you have like constant worries that someone will beat you one day.
Yes.
So it's like you realize I don't think about it, all the time, but I realize like, oh shit, if someone actually throws something like even a feint,
you might accidentally hit them or some shit. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna have to because that's you throw emotion. That's
and that's literally what you're training to do every day. Like,
yeah.
That's another thing for like
I worry
for
when
women,
people
by
go
the
for,
way.
like,
If you guys
takedowns
are
on you and
ever,
shit.
if you're dating a fighter, don't ever, don't put your hands on that guy because
he's gonna accidentally fuck you up, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Accidentally abuse you.
Both
Not even like,
both people
Abuse is
need to
different.
keep their hands to themselves.
Yeah,
Like-
both need to keep that. But I dated a girl one time who liked to put her hands on me. It wasn't like no like serious type shit, but she would just, because I was an athlete, she would just randomly sneak up and like try to like attack me type shit.
But you had to make sure this isn't serious.
No. I knew it wasn't, but she would surprise me.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that was the issue. Like, I would just be walking and she would just like sneak up and like try to like tackle me or something. Or like try to do like a double leg or some shit. Like, cause she knew I'm like, bro, you can't do that. And so she tried to do that shit one time and I turned around and down blocked the shit out of her. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She was like, oh my head. I was like, I fucking told you, quit doing that.
I did that to a girl at my gym last week.
Yeah.
We were playing. It was after wrestling practice. We had shirts versus skins. We were playing flag football, kind of, but you can get taken down. So I put my shirt here, and everybody's coming after me. She comes in, just try to snatch my legs on from underneath me. She's a great wrestler, and I'm just like, I see her head. I sprawl, and as I sprawl, her head's coming down with me, and I'm just laying flat, and you just see just her going. And I'm like, oh my God.
Down blocks.
Later.
Down blocks are, especially if you're a good sprawler, down blocks are fucking dead.
Yeah, I practice sprawls, dude. Yeah, dude, I was practicing that. I fucked up on purpose.
Like, when I got injured, I knocked a kid out with my down block because he tried to shoot on my injured leg. And I reacted with full force by accident because it was an injury. So I didn't mean to. And I just like straight back of his head directly just into like, jeez. I'm just like,
was it competition?
No, we was at practice.
Practice.
That's why I felt bad because like we were just training. I told him, I was like, don't shoot on this leg, bro, like because it's still very injured. I still have my braces on and everything, and bro just goes straight for the fucking like a single.
Yeah,
step back and just down block this shit.
Yeah,
he heard a big boom and he was just sitting there.
Not your fault. You're a defensive wrestler. It's not your fault. It's like Floyd Mayweather. He's a defensive boxer.
Yeah.
Anybody who gets hit by him is your fault.
Yeah, bro.
He doesn't react until you do.
It's like that one dude that tried to test Mike Tyson in the fucking plane. On the plane, bro.
That guy's retarded,
bro.
That's natural selection. Mike Tyson
exactly,
killed
bro.
him.
That's exactly what.
That's natural, bro. Like, how stupid do you have to be to try to get Mike Tyson to fight you?
Yeah.
Like, that man does not give a fuck. Like,
and right now, like, he's peaceful, but he's still got it, bro.
Will not give a fuck, bro. Like,
the
he don't
pussy-ass
care.
white boy. I bet you he was saying that in his head.
That guy that he said that shit to,
How's he
must have
doing
been
now?
terrified.
Yeah,
He still fucking
get terrified
dreams about
watching
that
that.
shit. Yeah.
I think Mike Tyson's the only like old man who every martial artist is just like, yeah, I wasn't even
I think for me, Anderson Silva's on that in that list.
he's on that list, but he can be reasoned with. I feel like when you get Tyson pissed, I feel like you're gonna get fucked up. It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I feel like
I would
if
say
you,
so.
if you piss him off the wrong way, and it's like, oh, calm down now, nah, bro.
No,
No.
yeah, Anderson Silva's all about precision, smooth.
Oh, he'll consciously fuck you up if he.
Exactly.
He'll consciously fuck you. Tyson will. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Tyson will unconsciously fuck you.
It's his instinct. It's his instinct. He'll fuck. Oh, dude. I've heard some
fuck you,
crazy
white
story of whenever he was a kid, when he was like 16 years old, fighting with like grown men, and his first ever fight was these kids that like fucked with his pigeon or something like that.
Snapped his
and he
pigeon's
knocked,
head.
Yeah, and he knocked him out.
Because what had happened was he used to get bullied, and he was a real cool kid. Everybody made fun of him though because he was chill, kind of small, innocent, had a stutter, and he kept pet pigeons, and everybody was like, "Why the fuck you got pigeons?" type shit. So they went over there, they kept bullying him, and one day they went and they snapped his pigeon's necks, and he got mad. And the other neighborhood bullies saw it, and they was like, "Bro, you can't keep taking this shit. Like that's fucked up." And so they set up a fight, and he beat their ass, and after that they kept having him fight other kids.
He
kept beating
wouldn't
their
lose.
ass. And that's how he made his name. He stopped getting bullied.
The chosen one, man.
Up. Yeah.
It's like Ipo.
Yeah, damn near. Bro just was a
Can't do that
natural, bro.
nowadays. You ever in New York? This is like stabbing, shooting.
stabbed or
Oh, yeah,
shot.
bro. Like,
You're like, we'll meet at the library at 12 and we'll fight. If you pull up to the library at 12,
You're getting shot.
you're gonna get shot.
there was only one time in my life I seen like some like real like real deadly beef get resolved with fist, and I had nothing but respect for both of them because both of them had guns. Like I'm talking about, one had a Draco, the other one I don't know, some kind of pistol, but they both could have easily upped on each other.
Yeah.
They went up, everybody's squad was there. They both took their guns, put them down, they threw hands. It was some nigga named Marco, and the other dude was named Smiley.
Polo.
Sorry.
But Marco got his ass beat. He got beat the fuck up because Smiley can fucking fight. Smiley was big as shit too. So he beat his ass, bro. And after that fight,
With a smile too.
with a smile. After that fight, they said what they said. He helped them up. He said, "Don't come around this on our bullshit no more." They walked away. They both put their straps back in their pocket. Went about their day, and we went up there. He was like, "Bro, why you ain't blast him? Why you blast him? You blast him now?" He said,
Right.
"He beat my ass, bro.
Yeah, fair and square.
He beat my ass." He said, "It is what it is. Nigga hit hard as hell. He beat my ass." I'm
Yeah.
like, shit.
That's some honor. That's some
Yeah.
honor right there. The problem is you don't see that too often anymore.
You don't know. More people
you don't
are
have honor
willing
in
to
this.
win the fight and lose their life than live to fight another day. And that's the problem. More people want to win that situation versus be able to possibly come back, maybe fight again, or just let the shit die down. You know, maybe grow old. You know, like maybe not die from gun violence or get locked up.
Or also, like, that's the first instinct. It's not like I'm gonna try to fight this guy because I have an issue with him. No, I'm just gonna fucking shoot you,
Instantly, bro.
like.
That's the issue, because not enough people are willing to lose face. Like they don't want to. Like it's to the point to where I damn near don't even like hoop in public no more, because people will get mad and try to kill you over a fucking basketball game, bro. Like it's fucking stupid. It don't make sense.
It doesn't make sense at all.
You think that's a cultural thing? You think it's like,
I think it's everywhere. It doesn't matter who, your race, color, whatever. if you're not supposed to have a gun and you think you got power because you got a gun, you're gonna do something stupid.
sure.
Like it has nothing to do with race or culture, because the first time I got shot out of a basketball court was actually by a Hispanic guy. Had nothing to do with black, nothing to do with white. It's just some Hispanic dude who was mad at someone else and upped on someone. And that just is what it is. Second time it happened with some Asian dude.
Whoa.
Damn.
Yeah. Third time it happened, it was a group of people. I don't know about that one.
The village people.
Yeah, it was just a group of people. But like, and the thing is, yes, it's happened that many times, and that's the fucking issue. It's happened that many fucking times.
That's crazy.
Like I got whatever. This right here was literally a bullet like that bounced off the fucking goalpost and just scraped my shit as I went down.
Shit.
Whoa.
Like,
That's crazy.
Like shit was crazy, bro.
That's
like,
crazy. And Louisville's not even the worst fucking place for that shit. Fucking Chicago is.
Yeah, we get the best out of whatever happens. I mean,
not anymore. Not even. Louisville is definitely turned into a deadly ass place now.
Yeah, you definitely gotta have a gun, right?
Like Louisville is damn near like Chirac at
I mean,
this point,
I know what you mean, but I promise you, New York, Chicago, California, all those cities
Where
are
you-
10
where you
times
be at,
worse.
though?
10 times worse.
But where you be at though?
I be in here.
I'd be at here.
I'm
That's the
not.
thing.
I'm not there. I'm not there.
That's
I read
the-
FBI crime statistics.
I thought Florida was one of the worst ones too.
Florida turned to one of the worst. Louisville, literally, the name is Louisville, Kentucky, because people like we have one of the highest murder rates by gun violence. Now.
You think COVID started?
crazy.
It's been way before
Before
that.
Yeah,
COVID.
it was definitely before that.
It started happening around my freshman year of high school. Is when shit really started getting bad. That's when we really started getting gangs and shit.
What do you think was like the spark, or the first
The spark.
first time you seen
Hey,
it?
don't cancel me for the culture. We all know what the fucking spark of all that shit was when the drill music wave happened. When drill music happened, that's when all that shit happened. Good ass music, bad ass shit.
Drill
terrible
music?
ass stuff.
Drill
Yes,
music.
Drill music.
Elaborate a little bit. I don't know what you mean.
Drill music is like a different form of trap music. It's a
Killing.
yeah, it's
You
about real
spinning,
life
you
shit.
spinning,
that really
you spinning
happened.
the block on the ops more than once.
Really? Okay.
Like that's like like drill music is like real shit though. Like
Yeah,
real
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like they really
People that actually like I've
Lil
heard
Durk, King Von, Smuck,
G
Smoke
Herbo.
yeah, like people really like caught a bunch of fucking bodies
and
off of
rap
drill music.
about it.
Yeah,
Instagram live about it.
Happily.
Why are we making that popular?
Because
We are bored. We have nothing to do.
the reason we're making it popular is because majority of the media outlets are controlled by white people who would love to only cast black people in a negative light, because there are plenty of positive black artists that will not get any play, but all the positive white colored artists get all the play in the world.
Sure.
Like, and it's the truth. And you can look it up. Damn near every media network is ran and owned by white Jewish people.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
it can.
Kanye had a point, by the way.
Mhm.
Like,
they can do something
You
about
can
it.
cancel him all you want.
But you
There's
want
a lot of shit that he's saying is fucking true.
I mean,
Elaborate.
I'm not.
I like
I'm
Kanye,
not- I'm like-
dude. I'm
I like
a big
Kanye, too.
Kanye fan. I was bumping Kanye the way here.
Yeah.
like that's honestly the problem. Is those people who own those networks aren't willing to cast black people in a positive light. That's why you don't see it in media. It's very rare.
You know, I do know what you mean, but I like when black, like all black movie cast, like Jordan Peele with the movie Us.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful representation of what just black community like can do.
Yeah.
It's like
What's
that's
that
what
one
that's
show
what
that
we
50
need.
Cent
That's
has
what
power?
we should show more light towards too. And I'm not, I'm not like a liberal. Like I love Trump, dude. Don't get me wrong, I love Trump, but I do like the culture. I'm a big fan. I grew up with the culture.
See,
yeah.
I think that's another issue with society. Like, not that you're wrong for saying that, but like people do assume shit like that. Like people will be like, "Oh, you like Trump, so I think you're racist," or "You like Trump, so I feel some type of weird way about you," or "That's not like." People need to really fucking leave race out of politics. That's the fucking issue, and that's why we have horrible presidential candidates, because we want to always bring race into it and separate each other further, and it makes no fucking sense. We want to do everything we can to make something happen like that. Like there's a whole lot of Asian people that voted differently because of what was happening around COVID, and a lot of Asian people were getting a lot of hate.
Yeah.
So that changed a lot of things. They brought a different race into it for
Yeah.
no fucking reason. They keep doing everything to bring races. That's why when Trump had everything going on with the wall, then everyone tried to appeal to the Hispanic community, and it's just it's crazy.
The racist part of it, it should be left aside, but it's not. It's not. It's the reason. It's the reason why fucking Trump got elected in the first place.
It's the reason why Biden low-key got elected.
Yeah, if you don't vote for Biden, you ain't black. These are quotes. These are quotes from Biden.
I like that.
People,
That's funny.
Like there's lots of shit that people don't do fucking research. They just do what's popular, and that's the fucking.
Yeah.
Well, it's also
What's
like we
easy,
live
the
in
headline,
Yeah,
first thing.
the headline. We all live busy lives
because we've had good candidates. It did no research on them
because
They
no
just
one
let them
cares.
slide.
No one cares that much, and also like we go for the ones that are like the top ones that they push. They don't. We don't go for the like.
We don't even look at the other parties.
Yeah, they don't look at the other parties. The independents.
You guys up to date with RFK Jr.?
I've heard a little bit about him. I've saw him a little bit on the
He's,
podcast, and he's trying to like
as
Release a book.
candidates go, he's pretty solid.
I think so too.
He's pretty solid. I mean, he's not a big fan of the vaccines, but that's
Me neither.
when he was younger. He got fucked up by the polio vaccine. Like it jarred something in his throat, and now he sounds kind of strange. But nonetheless, he didn't start hating vaccines until now, when he sees that the government's starting to force vaccines on people. Then he came out against it again.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Hey, I'm not against vaccines, but I am against vaccine mandates. I want to help people."
I feel like in order for the shit to be mandatory, we need hard scientific proof showing why it is mandatory.
I still don't believe it should be mandatory in any type of way, because why is the government going to tell me as an individual what I can put in my body?
Sure.
Well, if the shit
What I have to put in my body?
certain death, then that's different.
Then let me die.
What's your thought on abortion? Same concept as my body, my choice with the vaccines.
I don't like it. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't put my person through it.
Right.
But I understand that there's women that have kids.
There are times
with,
when isn't it
like
necessary?
when it's necessary. But I
Sure.
think if I were the leader of the universe and I had the decision, like if I were to abolish abortion or keep it, I would choose to abolish it, because you're preventing human life.
Sure.
And if you two made that choice to have sex with each other, there's a consequence to that choice.
Now, in that scenario, I do understand, but there are certain scenarios where I do like kind of see a point, but I don't necessarily agree with it. But I can understand if you wanted, like, if your 12-year-old daughter got raped.
Yes.
And
Yes.
didn't
I completely
then
completely agree there.
Those
I
are
can-
the special
Those
cases.
are the
Yes.
special. And
But-
the issue with it is we had bitches using this shit as birth control.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then they are the reason why it's an issue in the first place. They want my body, my choice, so you can keep fucking everyone and literally keep getting babies snatched out of your vagina, lowering your chance at natural pregnancy when you want to have a baby in the first place. And then you're going to be mad, complaining, and pissed at everyone who isn't able to help you. Now, I'm not a woman, so I can't speak on it, but it's not something that I would tell my partner to do, even if we did accidentally have a child.
Same.
But I do understand how it is necessary in certain scenarios. But like you said, as a woman, you laid down and decided that you want to have sex and you get pregnant, that's not the baby's fault.
Yeah, exactly.
at all.
Yeah, a lot of those my body, my choice arguments don't take in consideration that the baby is also, that's his body, and it really should be up to him, and it's his choice whether he should live or die. Like you don't have the option to kill Granny. You can't do that. You can't kill Granny because she's not conscious. You can't do that. She's a living person. It's just like the baby. You can't kill the baby. That's not your decision to make. That's a whole life.
Well, so that also goes into the thing, like, if you created the life, how much power do you have over it? That's an interesting thing, because a lot of parents can't quite blur that line of like, that's my child, I pretty much own you. Like,
Yeah. A lot of parents,
are like
that's the number one
think
thing they
this-
hold over you.
I think the
Yeah.
solution to the whole abortion concept would be more stricter laws, and that would be more towards like religious values than anything else.
Yeah,
Like-
like I had a conversation with someone about it. I
Mhm.
think there should be a number of abortions allowed per like every 3 years.
Whoa.
If you
Explain.
have, I feel like more than one abortion in a year and there's no abuse reported, I feel like there should be some kind of fine and or jail time.
Yeah.
And then that would definitely stop excessive abortions. But the option would still be
Okay.
there if necessary.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to my wife and be like,
So,
hey,
well,
you
here's
might,
my
you might want to have
question.
an
Why-
abortion. You're like,
before
I already
before we
redeemed
get
it.
into like a different topic about this,
Why did you redeem it?
have you guys looked into what the spiritual aspect
Of abortions?
of abortions, human sacrifice?
do you
So this is gonna go into like the religious values thing. It's like the people that have been interviewed, and not interviewed, but because they don't usually want to be interviewed, but the people that are actually working in those clinics, like they have some fucked up minds. Like they want to kill kids. They're letting their values are compromised.
Yeah.
They're like, imagine meeting somebody that's their job. How do you think you're gonna react?
I wouldn't necessarily say people who work in Planned Parenthood abortion clinics are out to kill kids. I wouldn't necessarily say
I wouldn't say, well,
But that's their job.
your values
I
are.
mean, it's
Their job is to
part-
convince you to kill your kid.
They don't try to convince you to.
Why are you there though?
They don't.
They're rare. They don't make money.
But they don't convince you. A lot of times they try to have you be safe and have the baby. A lot of times they try to have you talk and like get therapists involved, other like social workers involved.
You know who's the creator of Planned Parenthood? Margaret Thatcher, something like that. She's a eugenics. She was an advocate of eugenics, meaning she wanted to get rid of babies that had mental illness, people that had mental illness. She was a big advocate of that. She was a big Nazi too. She's a bad lady, a bad lady that put her money into Planned Parenthood, and her life goal, her life accomplishment was that she wanted to kill retarded people.
But abortion isn't made to kill retarded people.
Right, but who has abortions? It ain't the best of the best.
But it's also not always the worst.
Is
of the worst.
abortion
not
is like
always
an
the worst,
easy
but-
way. It's like, do you really want to pay for this baby? Kill this baby. Compromise your morals.
But some people are like forced, and that's why I say I think there should be
Pe-
an investigation.
You say
Hold on.
forced.
Forced in what
But
way?
like there are some very bad abusive situations.
I
that some
understand
women
that
can't be in.
that one that happens.
Yeah.
And that's why abortion is available. That's
And that's why I honestly think there should be that limit, and there should be like, someone watching it. If your medical record shows you're about to get another abortion, before you get this abortion, we need to do a thorough investigation into your life to see if abuse is involved.
Yeah.
If not, if you get this abortion, you are going to jail and facing a
I
fine.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good penalty. That's a good penalty that would actually prevent a lot of people from doing it. Because I mean, you don't want a regular going to a fucking abortion clinic.
Yeah.
Can you imagine something like that?
Well,
There's
most
people like
abortions,
that.
in countries where it's illegal to get an abortion, you know how you get an abortion? You go to a fucking clinic, an underground clinic, and some lady does it for you, or you take something and it kills the baby. Like they don't have
You don't mean they
sanitary
don't like
ways
have
to
a
abort
plan
babies.
a flight of stairs that they
Illegal.
just push you off of?
100% illegal. You got to keep that baby no matter what. I think abortion,
where it's not legal, you mean?
where it's illegal to have an abortion.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I had no idea. There's so where I was getting at with the spiritual aspect, right? If there is a demonic force, I would say that the demonic force would be benefiting from all the fucking babies that are getting killed. in
Humans
abortion.
have always sacrificed people, sacrificed children. Children are the most powerful because their mind hasn't
Closer
been
to the
corrupted.
spiritual world.
Their
Exactly.
pineal gland is still fresh. So, how you get to the children? How do you?
That's some scary shit, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Have you guys seen The Sound of Freedom?
Yeah.
You
I slept halfway through it.
Damn it.
I love the message. But
What
it was
the
boring.
fuck, bro?
But please, go on about America and how great America is.
No, that's not at all.
Sound of freedom.
No,
No, I'm playing.
The Sound of Freedom. Well, Sound of Freedom is about these what is it? FBI guys that go down to South America to try to save these kids from being human trafficked.
Mm-hmm.
What that movie is representing is that this is actually freaking going on right now,
Yeah.
and it really is a spiritual battle because what type of people are the people that can do this to these kids, bro?
Yeah. This
People
isn't the first time.
People that are the furthest away from God.
There's been Epsteins before Epstein.
Yeah,
There was actually this one thing. This lady sold her kids. Like, the husband was in jail, and he took the wife to court because he's like, either you're hiding my kids from me, or you did something. And it was in Mexico or something like that. She sold them to the cartel for I think $200 or some shit like that. $2,200.
Pesos.
Yeah, like it wasn't shit at all. And the judge like went off, was crying. She's like, you better hope that we get those kids and that they're alive because you are going to jail. But
I think
like
I think jail is a light sentence for something like that. Honestly, bro, like I think anyone that messes with kids should be punished in the most brutal way
that's what
possible.
happens when they end up in jail. when you go to jail and they figure out your crime is for like doing some shit to a kid, they fuck you up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Shit ain't sweet for you at all. Like you get instantly isolated. You can't join the gang and they fucking you up.
Yeah, they're like paperwork check. Give me your paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they fuck you up.
If you're hiding your paperwork, that's a big no.
For sure.
Yeah.
Or if it's like rape and shit like that, like they don't fuck with none of that.
Yeah.
If you rape somebody and you go to jail, they will rape you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I mean, they're gonna do it anyways, depending on
They
where
might
you're
not.
at. But
They
if
might
they're
not, dude.
They might not, but if you
join the
come
Muslim
in like
Brotherhood,
that-
everybody respects everybody. Assalamu alaikum.
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't know.
A lot of why? I'm a Muslim, and I'm wondering why do a lot of people become Muslim in jail?
because they're secluded and they probably weren't really close to a religion in the first place.
Correct.
And then they found Islam in there.
Mm-hmm. Same reason why they go into Christianity too.
There's also a large amount of Islamic brothers that got locked up just for no reason, just throughout the generations that have kept the Nation of Islam kind of strong in prisons because of how often black people would get locked up for no fucking reason back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So a lot of Islamic brothers had kind of spread that thing already through there.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of became a thing. And they were trying to get other young brothers who came in there on bullshit to calm the fuck down. And then as they got older and still stayed in there, they tried to do the same thing. And then now it's just become a strong religion within prison.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
beautiful.
Yeah, bro.
I like
I really like the culture that they call each other brother, even if you're just a random person.
Mhm.
I think that's fucking cool.
Same way with girls, you gotta call girls sister.
Sister. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking at the deep Christians, yes, they would call each other that. But
Well, it's not Christian, Muslims, just human.
yeah, but what I'm saying is like I like the fact that certain areas
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just like that.
A bunch of cultures do instill that,
Mm-hmm.
which is beautiful. This is probably a good way to end it. How
Yeah.
long did we go for?
Salam alaikum.
We went for an hour, boys. That's a
That was-
strong
that was
hour.
pretty- yeah, it was
you
pretty
gave us
really
you gave
good,
us a
solid
pretty
podcast.
strong fucking hour. I got
You clip this shit. You gotta send it to the IGs. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, if you want to shout out your IGs and anything, go ahead. Before we end the podcast,
do it again.
I did
Scream
again.
it out.
I mean, this is I'm saying at the end of
Do
the podcast.
what you please, gentlemen. Do what you please.
Sasuke.
Ulysses Kazan.
Yasser BJJ. YASERBJJ. That's it. That's Instagram. That's Twitter. That's Tumblr. That's
Instagram,
MySpace.
TikTok. TikTok doesn't have
Indeed.
shit with that. And then Rumble is Kaizen Talks. And then the other one or Twitter is Ulysses Kaizen.
All right. You've been watching another Aftermath podcast. See
Even
you guys
though it's-
later.
Only 3 of us were on the mat, or 2 of us were on the mat.
I mean, you didn't invite me. I told you to invite me.
I mean, you were busy. You were doing something. I don't know what you were doing.
Nah, you didn't
We'll
call
invite
me.
you next
You
time.
didn't call on me.
You're right.
Inshallah, there will be a next time.
What does that mean?
God willingly.
God willing.
God willingly. All right, guys. Later.